Yo, you already know who it is.
Already know this.
Mm-hmm. It's Bramigos Podcast back in the building
Back,
as usual.
back.
Hey, and
Oh,
today we have a nice ass banger of a show for y'all. Olympic basketball. We gotta talk that. We have to talk just Olympics in general. It's a lot of good things went on. Five places where the MLB should host games because we are gonna have a game out there in Bristol soon.
mm.
So we gotta talk that. NFL, who's gonna get paid money wise, and a little bonus topic of songs we want to hear HBCU bands play because football season is on the rise and we love it.
Yeah.
And just like that, for Bruh Migos Podcast, go ahead and hit our music.
Hit that motherfucking music right now.
Mm.
Bruh.
And
Let's go.
we're in here. Rob,
What up?
Olympics. A lot of stuff going on in the Olympics. This like it has been great. But one that I want to talk about the most is the men's Olympic gold. Matter of fact, no. Because the women just finished.
Yep.
Let's talk women first.
Mm-hmm.
It was close.
Very close.
It was close. It was close.
Pucker fact.
It is one of those things. I gotta tell you guys, if you haven't been paying attention to the Olympic basketball schedule, I suggest that you pay attention. Men's group, was today. This was very, 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 close. This is too close.
Too close.
Yeah, it was way too close. Let's see. We'll go ahead and I'll pull a final score for you guys real quick. We're looking at that was men's, that was women's. So look, we're looking at women's gold medal game, France. Again, it's been French on American. It's been Revolutionary War shit going on both sides.
Like crazy.
But the women's team was there. They were there for a lot of it. They really were. 66-67. That was too close, Rob.
Very.
That was too close.
Way too close for a team that hasn't lost a game since '96 in the Olympics.
Yeah. And I know there's gonna be a lot of people that's like, oh, blah blah blah. But Aja Wilson was a star like a star is. 21 points today. She did what she had to do. Kelsey Plum had 12. Kalia Copper had 12. I still think that we're going to continue to dominate. This was just one of those butthole clinching type games right now. But we pulled it off, and we're going to continue to be undefeated right now. And it was a good look, but it was a little flash of, ooh, that was close. And it's like I said, it's certain people that did not play like Diana Taurasi, but I understand. She's one of the older players, It is what it is. That's why I say, they could have gave us that little young bit. We could have put a little, we could have put an Andrew Reese out. I'm just throw that one out there. Just give us a little Andrew Reese action, something like that. Hey, I'm just throw that one out there. But all in all, what did you think of the gold medal game for the women, Rob?
Dog, I was just like, dag, are they gonna really lose this? Are they gonna basically, take this? Are they gonna actually blow this game? Because France was taking it to them. France was absolutely very aggressive in the pass lanes. It was actually that for both the men and the women's games. Let me look at this because I want to say they had their turnover count was crazy. The women's or the USA women's was because it was just they couldn't really keep the ball. They weren't really engaged. They didn't really have I don't know what it was. It was just
19 turnovers.
Yeah, 19 turnovers for no, man, it makes no sense. What it is, it's just, yeah. I saw people online saying they just didn't seem like they were much into the game. I don't think Brittany Griner even played. It was a very weird game, for a gold medal game. It was just kind of they were okay, this is just a formality. We have to win this game because whatever. Instead of being like, okay, let's close this out, let's finish strong, and let's basically go back to the WNBA season, which is wild. But like, yeah, no, I mean they won it, but to be honest, it's like we could go like sports radio talk. Like, did they deserve to win this game? And it's just like, dog, I don't know, because France took it to them, and France didn't really have as many WNBA players on their roster as they did. So as the USA team did. So it's hard to basically say. But congrats.
Yeah, definitely congrats. Definitely congrats. Shout out to the Women's Olympic USA basketball team. Glad to take home another one and continue our undefeated streak. Now on the men's side. So last two games, barn burner games. Okay?
Yeah.
We were down. We came back. Steph Curry, 36. Steph told us back in 2022 that he was going to go get him a gold medal in the Olympics in Paris in 2024. And that man showed up, and in the last two games, he has definitely been a force. He had 36, and then he turned around, went crazy again. I want to say he had 24 against France, all threes. All threes. The man was out there. He was lacing. It was amazing. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, that team is stacked. Yeah, look, 8 or 12 from three, all 24 as points. Steph was just immaculate down the stretch last two games. Him, LeBron, KD all played very, very, very solid. Derek White didn't play the other day. Tyrese didn't play
at all.
Jason Tatum got him a few minutes. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Tyrese Halliburton was like the girl who was just happy to go to prom. She was like, I'm just happy somebody chose me and Barbie out here tonight. I ain't gotta dance. I am here. Like, I'm gonna get this medal.
Y'all
good.
Y'all got it? He just basically was like, hey, y'all got it? Like somebody like moving, like they sit down, hey, y'all got it? Y'all good? Y'all need water? Like they got some over there. If you go over there and you ask oh boy, they got it.
Yep. If you need, I can grab you one real quick, dog. I got you.
I'm just here. I'm here to help and facilitate everybody in what they need to do to keep this going. I really want to see did he play a minute in these Olympics?
I don't think he played a minute in the Olympics. I think.
All right. Yeah, but
I don't think he did.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But the old guard showed up in Steph, LeBron, KD, especially Steph. Yesterday in the game before, Steph was just on his shit. Steph went crazy. Serbia did win bronze. They beat Germany, and they beat Germany by 10. We beat France by 11. France, to say that France has some NBA talent that's over there, Ntilikina, Yabuz, Batum, Fournier, Rudy, Wemby.
Yep.
They just couldn't compete with the old guard of the USA,
Nope.
It was what it was. And I will say this, shout out to Wemby. Wemby's nice. Wemby's just continue to be, he's going to continue to be nice. He had 26, 11 or 19. He was 3-8 from three. He didn't shoot the best from three, but France has some talent. You did see LeBron get dunked on, right?
Oh my God. I was like, cause it was just like, I can't say his name either. Billy, like he basically was
Bula. Yeah, I think it's Bula.
Yeah,
I can never remember because his name. I always get him mixed up with Hasbula sometimes.
We gonna call it. Yeah. Like we would call him YA. YA was like basically like, duh. He was like, oh, I see him, and it was just like, here's my champ, bam, and he just like. Because I mean, LeBron was trying to do the basketball thing of take the charge, but LeBron
didn't work out.
Your old ass know better. You need to stop. All right, I get it. You trying to do everything, be team player, be leader guy, baby. You can't be doing that at your old
Can't be
age.
doing it.
You at your big age, you can't be doing that. You can't. You gotta know better. You got this young man got all. He was like he won his gold medal because he got his poster. He got every. That's all he really needed.
Everything he needed.
He didn't need no piece of medal. He got a silver medal. Cool, whatever. I got this motherfucking dunk on LeBron on the world stage. That is the best fucking shit that nigga could ask for.
You know what just happened for him? He just said, "I just got 8 more minutes of playing time when I get back to the U.S. right now."
You're right, like I would be in that rotation against the Hawks, nigga. Like they gonna be we on back to backs, and I need to be in the game. Watch this, you know.
I'm in there, but I don't know who they maybe have because they were talking about who would you pick for the MVP of the Olympics. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people are gonna vote LeBron because they're gonna say LeBron was the most consistent. Right. But I will say this: if it ain't for Steph, I don't think we make it out.
Woo, baby. Oh my God, yeah, like that motherfucker. We talk about goats and everything like that, and I know goat conversation is very expansive, and it depends on who you're talking to and who you're talking about. But goddamn, Steph belongs. Steph, you can't throw that nigga out of conversation. You just can't. He's the greatest shooter ever by a country mile, and that motherfucker is. Oh my God, we owe that nigga at least like a cabinet seat in the fucking executive branch or some shit. Like something a gold medal is not enough. We gotta crown that. We gotta knight that motherfucker. Like
whenever Steph gets hot, it's so crazy because whenever he gets hot, he's like the Human Torch, bro. Oh, he's boom and it's gone, and it's just you're there. Yeah. Did you see the clip on the last one where he hit 1-3 and then he came down and they went to double him and Steph goes, "Ain't getting it," and doom, and I'm like. He's unconscious right now.
Fucking dagger. He's unconscious. The fucking dagger. Like, dog, I was just like, this motherfucker's
like he's unconscious. You can't beat him right now. You just gotta live with it.
This just pray. Incredible. Incredible.
I'm telling you, though, I'm
dog.
Steph Curry is my Olympics MVP.
Thank you,
That's my
Steph.
Olympics MVP.
Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Steph.
Just it's that easy, bro. That's my Olympics MVP. I know a lot of people are gonna say, why not LeBron or KD? Nah, Steph got us out of these past 2 games. That's what we needed the most. Whenever we needed it the most, he was there and he got it going. And I just have to thank you, Steph.
Thank you, Steph.
You have saved us. Now, on to something else that has happened during the Olympics. We've had the Jason Tatum debacle. Steve Kerr has been criticized immensely about not playing Jason Tatum. And the Celtics, such as Bob Cousy, have showed their ass behind this. Why is Jason not playing? Why is he not here? He's immaculate. And to me, Jason and Tyrese, especially Tyrese embraced the role of I'm just happy to be here. Okay, if y'all need me, I can get out there and play. But hey, if you don't need me, I'm cool to be out here on the trip. Blah blah blah.
I'm chilling.
Oh yeah, and I say this to a lot of Celtics fans, who a lot of people are going to say, well, he could have took this person or he could have took this person. So Jason Tatum. He just won a championship. He wasn't finals MVP. His teammate did credit him a lot of it. He's going to be on the cover of one of the 2K covers this year. Jason has a lot going for him. Now, to not play in the Olympics, I know that he is feeling some type of way. Cool, I totally understand that. It's been multiple Celtics. It's been Celtic legends. It's been people who've been questioning why Jason Tatum didn't play. But I want you guys to think about it, okay? On that Olympic roster, Jason fell into what I like to call a kind of a bad position.
Yeah.
Okay? Because he's a 3, sometimes 4. The problem with it is, look at the roster, people.
Yep.
Bam was there.
Yep.
Bam could play 3, 4. Well, Bam gonna play 4 or 5. Anthony Davis can play 4 or 5. Okay, so you 2 spots right there. Okay, then at the 3, LeBron and KD.
Yep.
Okay, let's be real. The old guard knew that they were coming out here to do this one last time because they know that they're probably not going to be here for the next run. Okay, yep. So with that being said, who are you going to take time from?
Exactly.
LeBron or KD? KD had a game early in the Olympics where it looked like he was out there playing my career on easy mode, shooting perfect in the first half, and then only missed 1 shot in the second half. So as Kerr was there, and if you guys didn't know, it was Kerr, Spoelstra, and Tyronn Lue on that coaching squad.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't. Yeah, Steve might be the name that they say is the head coach, but it's something that y'all have to look at. He had 2 other coaches that are very good X's and O's coaches there with him, and if they all made that call, they knew that they were making this call for a reason.
Yep.
Is he gonna be mad? Yes. He even put out in the press report that he said he's not gonna make any emotional off the court decisions about 2028. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, that's his time to shine. The old guard should be completely out of the way. He should be leading the charge. Hey, give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Let him do his thing. So, but I will be careful, and I will warn him of this. If y'all don't put together a team that wins a gold medal and you get a bunch of playing time, they're gonna look back on this 4 years from now and talk about how you pouted like a diva and got a gold medal, and then whenever we gave you the chance to be the star, you couldn't pull this off. So this is a double-edged sword, Jason. This is a double-edged sword of how this can play.
Yeah.
So it is. What do you think has went wrong with this, Rob, or if anything has went wrong with this?
I honestly agree with what you said, because the thing is, I don't see it any other way. You got, like I said, Bam, who was a great defender, and they needed help, especially when it came to Serbia. You know, like defending, like everything really, because those motherfuckers was hot. You got KD, you got Bron, you got all these players that are playing generally the same position. And then even if you go on, you know, okay, well, like he could play the 2 maybe. You know, you got Devin Booker that you're trying to give playing time for. You got, you know, Anthony Edwards that you're trying to get playing time for, because he got hot and he was basically great. He was really great defensively. You got Drew, you got Steph. Like it really was like you got all these players that was getting hot, and like Tatum is a guy that you kind of gotta, at least from my vantage point, you kind of gotta like keep him in the whole time. And you gotta you can't just microwave him. Like Steph, you can microwave him a bit. KD, you can microwave him a bit. LeBron's gonna find his way whenever, but you can't really do that with Tatum. And for somebody like Tatum, who he's one of the best players in the NBA, but he's not LeBron, he's not KD. And that's fine. It ain't too many motherfuckers that's came out of, you know, that's been birthed that basically are LeBron and KD, or even Steph for that matter. And so it was what it was. It was a series of unfortunate events. That's the only thing I can really say. But also, Jason Tatum just had a baby. Like LMA just had his baby, like I guess a minute ago, because I saw like the tweet that LMA was actually posing with Tatum, you know, with the baby, with a newborn. And so like the nigga is probably tired. Like the nigga's like probably just like, shit, y'all don't need, like, I'm here, but I'm not here. Cause there's a guy that's had a newborn and he's been like, dog, if you need me, I got you. But if you don't need me, I'm cool. Like I'm gonna tell everybody because of pride and all that, because I just won an NBA title. But my nigga, I'm sleepy. And if I ain't got to run up and down the floor and got to basically probably be a motherfucker that's got to get hit Jokic every now and then, Oh, chill. Okay. All right. That might be it too. And if that's it, that's cool because I don't blame it. But yeah, man, it's like there's a level of perspective just got to be in this, and I understand why there's not because hot takes. But nah, I think there's got to be some perspective when it comes to this.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, it's one of those things where hey, it is what it is. I'd be happy. Look, you got to play in the gold medal game a little bit. Yeah, 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting. Look, you were there. You were there. You got this.
Yep.
You got this.
Yep.
That's the best way I can see it. Now, Rob, before we jump away from this part,
Okay.
I wanted to play a quick mini game with you, Rob.
Okay.
And it's because I've heard a lot of people saying, well, Jason is this and he's that. And I want to ask you personally, I'm going to throw some names out.
Okay.
And as I throw these names out, I want you to stop me if you feel like this person is better than Jason Tatum, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna start here. I'm gonna start with his with his teammate, Jaylen Brown.
Oh, Jason Tatum is better than Jaylen Brown.
Okay. Now let's make this a little bit harder.
Okay.
Anthony Davis.
I don't want to do the excuse of whichever Anthony Davis you get, even though that is true. I'd say Jason Tatum is better.
You say Jason Tatum is better? Okay.
Not a
Devin
lot.
Booker.
Not a lot though. I'd say Tatum is better.
You say Tatum is better?
Not a lot.
Okay,
though.
let's go. Okay, let's go ahead and crank it up a little bit. Anthony Edwards.
Ooh. So here's the thing. So there. Okay. So, because like here's like the thing about this is, I'm just okay. Look, all I will say is that in these times, in these trying times when we have to pick between, we gotta basically pick between two just two great Americans, great human beings. Like we have to do this.
Have to.
Have to. And I have to choose between Jason Tatum and Anthony Edwards.
Yep.
So, like right now. Right now. Okay.
Right now.
I will go with Anthony Edwards. I mean, so I can't really yeah.
I'm just saying.
There's yeah. I go with Edwards.
Go with Edwards.
Go with
Edwards. Okay. Kevin Durant.
Oh, I just said that Durant's better than Tatum. Yeah. So that's because Durant's like, as far as this league goes, and I go with the win healthy thing too. Like he's top 3, top 5, like nigga.
Now I got one more for you. Paul George.
I'd go Tatum.
You go Tatum?
To be honest, that's a hard one because they are extremely similar. Like they have in a lot of different ways, and you know what? And I will say this, and I'll basically say this. I have a lot of ignorance on Paul George, and I think there's going to be a lot less ignorance now that he's on the East Coast because like I haven't really watched a ton of Clippers games. So I've known of Paul George. I have called him overrated plenty of times, but I really don't have a ton of great information about Paul George, and he is under that when healthy, moniker as well. So
Yes, he is.
I'll see. I'll basically put a TBD mainly on that, but I'll put Tatum right now.
Cool. Just making sure now. Just making sure. Now, it's like I was telling people, you have to be realistic about who he's playing on the team with and why he's not getting much playing time, okay?
Yeah.
Just be realistic with yourself. That's all it comes down to. Because
Yeah.
if you look at it like that and just accept it for what it is, you'll accept it a lot better versus saying he needs to play. And I understand you want him to play.
Yeah.
I really do.
And even if I'm saying like Jason Tatum's better than say like an Anthony Davis, which is really not much, if any, they needed Anthony Davis to be that, stretch 4-5, to be that rim protector, along with Embiid, and like basically sure up that defense. Cause like they didn't need Anthony Davis offense. They didn't need basically him to, it would be nice. And, he can be that 2020 dude, at any point in time. That's the thing about Anthony Davis. But yeah, like it was unfortunate that Tatum just didn't get more time, and that's really all it is. I don't blame Kerr for basically not playing him more, because you don't want to fuck up your rotations. You don't want to fuck up the rhythm of the guys that are actually in there, and so that's what I can understand that.
Now, Rob, I saw you wanted a little justice for Shelby McEwen.
So like I saw that people. So for y'all that don't know, Shelby McEwen, basically he was the high jumper for the USA that chose to do a jump off versus doing like a split gold medal situation like they did in the 2020 Olympics, or 2021, whatever, the Tokyo Olympics, and he wanted to basically have his own gold medal. He was like, hey, I don't want to split it. I would rather do a jump off with the New Zealand jumper. I can't remember his name, but he was like, all right, do it. And it was a long ass time. I was actually watching it, and they were both going back and forth, basically missing. And then after about the 19th try, the New Zealand guy went over, didn't hit the pole, and won the gold medal. And I saw people like, how can you not just take the gold medal? You was gonna split the gold medal. And I'm like, he's a competitor. He came there for one gold medal. And the one gold medal for the high jump, and that's it. He didn't want no splits. He didn't want no codes. He wanted, I want this gold medal. That's the dog in him. And I thought about it. Speaking of Anthony Edwards, I thought about it like when it happened with Kyrie, when Anthony Edwards, or when the Timberwolves were going to go against the Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals, he was like excited. He's like, "Ooh, I get to go against Kyrie." Bet. And people took that as like an insult. Like he, was like, "Oh man, like be careful what you wish for." But no, that man is a competitor. That cat is a competitor. He's like, I get a challenge. I get to solve the puzzle of Kyrie. And granted, they didn't, but it's still to the point of like, I love somebody being excited about competition, because a lot of this shit, a lot of what's going on when it comes to sports and professional sports in particular, is that it feels like a goddamn job. And everything about it feels like a goddamn job because of fans, because of business, because of a lot of different things. And so the fact that you had a competitor that was excited for competition and excited to basically take home the title, not a title, man, I can't do anything but like tip my hat to you, my dog. And he got silver. So it ain't like he ain't coming away with anything. He ain't like he coming away with bronze either. Like he was like, I'm gonna do this. The worst I could do is second place. And so I can't do anything but commend my dog Shelby. If they talking about you, I'm in your favor. I'm saluting you, dog. Like, you did the right thing.
And I'm always salute a competitor. He wanted to bet on him, and he didn't win. And not everybody is gonna always win the bet on them. So, hey, I gotta rock with him because here's the thing: if he hits, we're talking about him being a gold medalist by himself. We're going to talk about how he was willing to go out there and take a risk on him and win the game. But he missed, and now we're talking about, he should have went for gold and tied it. Nah, because it would be a different story. The narrative is always different. Like they say, the winner gets to write the tale of how things go. Okay,
absolutely.
He didn't get to write the tale this time. You never know. He might come back 4 years and right to tell this time. You
Yep.
never know how this can go. So shouts out to him for gambling on himself, though, even though it didn't pay out. Hey, I gotta love it though, but I have to love it. Now, I don't know how many of you guys know, but we're gonna have an MLB game in Bristol.
Bristol Motor Speedway. Vroom vroom.
How crazy is that? An actual baseball game in the Motor Speedway, and it triggered the homie Rob to start thinking.
This
And whenever Rob starts thinking, he starts thinking.
boy, do I think.
And he thinks. And he's thunk a lot. Rob, tell him where we're going with this one.
So, guys, as basically we're going to have a game in Bristol Motor Speedway, the place of vroom vroom, I was thinking to myself, MLB is looking to have games in a lot of different places. And I was just like, you know what? If they're going to have it in a bunch of different places, I got some places for them that they could try. So I got I ain't going to say it's a top 5 list, but I got a list of 5 spots and 5 games that I propose that MLB should basically do. And so I'm coming in with my first one. I want Giants and Mariners at Aloha Stadium. So Aloha Stadium, everybody remembers back in the day, Pro Bowl used to be at Aloha Stadium or Honolulu Stadium, whatever it was called, where the University of Miami plays. I mean, not Miami, Hawaii plays, excuse me. And they would basically have that game, and everybody would come out. They have fun. They bring their families. They have fun on the beach. They make it a vacation, and it was just like the dopest thing. But then less players wanted to do it. They I guess they wanted to stay more stateside, whatever it was. But basically, Aloha Stadium stopped being used. So if you want to basically do something and put a game somewhere, why don't you do it there? Why don't you basically have Aloha Stadium being the place that you can basically have a MLB game? Because you can bring up the history. You can basically talk about having, the first Major League Baseball game or possibly the first Major League Baseball game in Hawaii. You can have 2 teams that are basically probably really popular in Hawaii when it comes to the Mariners and the Giants, because those are some of the only games they'll get. Like, you can basically do a lot of stuff with that. You can basically make it a series. You get some guys that basically are going out to Hawaii right in the middle of the season, have a mini vacation for their families and stuff like that. I think that'd be a good idea for basically people to do, or people to say like, hey, let's bring this game here. And granted, I doubt that there will be a team out in Hawaii, because it's just a lot of stuff to deal with. I don't think it's logistically feasible. But no, man, have at least 3 games out there that they can play. You can make it into like a thing where some teams are going to play out there and you can do that. But no, man, Hawaii, Aloha Stadium, Giants, Mariners, let's get it.
Yeah, a 3 and 5 days, I'd like it. Hell, I'd love to be a Mariner or a Giant then.
Fuck yeah.
5 days Hawaii, play 3 games. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the next one.
All right. So the next one I thought about. Let's have an actual game near Area 351. I mean, Area 51. How to say 351? Whatever. But let's do Diamonds and Diamondbacks and Rockies. Area 51. Let's actually have. Now, granted, you probably can't do it because it's a classified area and all that kinds of good stuff. At least close enough. They already got a team out in Vegas, a minor league affiliate, right there in Vegas, the Las Vegas Aviators. Why don't you just basically have a game at their stadium? You're already trying to do the bullshit move of putting the A's out there. Why don't you have a game or 3 out there near Area 51 and you call it that? You just basically make the name of it and say, make it a little spooky. You already seen that there's minor league teams that had glow games. Make it a glow game. Like, make it something that's going to be a little bit extraterrestrial. Bring back those 99 jerseys, the 2K jerseys. Like, bring those back. The futuristic joints. Like, if you have, like, Dave, you could pull those bitches up, or because I'm too scared to do the share thing again. But like, if you could pull those up, like the futuristic jerseys that they had for Y2K, you bring those motherfuckers back. for this game because those shits was fire. And I think that everybody that basically remembered those joints, those were actually kind of dope because it was like this was at the time that the future is now. Like these are like, this is what the future's gonna be. And those bitches was like metallic or some shit. And like they had sleeveless joints. Like bring those back for this kind of game. But then that's something that you can sell, So basically that's another game that you can, talk about, you can popularize, you can really have it. Like that's just a game that I would like to see, especially in the desert. Granted it's gonna be hot, so you can make it just a night game or something like that. Whatever you want to do. But like that's something that I think MLB could really sink into and really like have like popping.
Oh yeah, that would be one of those things that I feel like it could really work out for them because they do want to do Vegas. They want to do Vegas so bad.
They really do.
They want to do it so bad because now you got you've already moved them football team out there. Let's get a baseball team out there.
You got hockey, you got basketball, you got football. Like you already got mostly everything there. Now you gotta bring the A's there. I mean, granted, I'm still not a fan of how they're doing it, but yeah, like it would be dope to see.
Yeah, not a fan of how they're doing it, but I do want to see Major League Baseball out there. And give us another one that you got, Rob.
So this one is near and dear to both of our hearts, especially because, granted, I was a Louisiana transplant going to school down there. Nate's from the state, from the boot, and so like this is a game that I would like to see. Tigers, Astros, LSU Death Valley. Like put it in Tiger Stadium. Put a game in Louisiana. Put a pro game in Louisiana. You could basically fit 110,000 people in there. Like. Granted, I don't think it's gonna be for a baseball game, but it might because it's a professional baseball game, especially put a series in there. Like, put some games in Tiger Stadium. Have the Tigers. You have already a team in Detroit with the Tigers. You got the Astros, which is basically like a stone's throw away from Baton Rouge. Like, basically put those teams in a game there, and then get some people to get excited about it. Because then you open it up to a slew of people that aren't going to be able to watch major league games because there's no teams around that way. The Astros is really the closest to that area. So, like, just put it down there, like, get a game, have some fun. You basically get the college atmosphere. You can do a lot of shit. I mean, granted, it's going to be summer, but, like, you can do a lot of shit in that area and have some games. Hell, put some spring training games because then you have cats in school, and then you can basically do it like that. Like, just get something out there and that people can basically see. And you get, like I said, you get a great environment in LSU. Go to Baton Rouge. It's a spot. Go to Tony's. Go to Raoul's. Hit up some spots down there. So, like, yeah, man. Like, that'd be dope.
That'd definitely be dope. And I see you still got two more, so give us the next one.
So the next one is something that I really would like to see because when I thought about it, I was like, but I was like, as I thought about it a little bit more, I was like, okay, this would be popping. Pirates, Reds at Churchill Downs. Put a game in the infield. If you're already going to basically put a game in the infield at Bristol, put it in Churchill Downs. You got the Ohio River Valley teams in the Pirates and the Reds right there. You could basically have Kentucky being down for a game like this. And so you put that and you could have like, instead of play balls like like same sounds and everything. Like you can basically do that shit, get it popping. You could do it before the Kentucky Derby. You could do it after the Kentucky Derby. It don't matter. Just put a game out there and you can basically have it right there. You can make a makeshift stadium. I know y'all can figure it out. Y'all smart people, MLB. Y'all can make that shit popping. But that's what I'm saying. And then it's Kentucky. So you got Louisville Sluggers. Like you could do a lot of shit. I don't know how close Churchill Downs to Louisville. But still, that's a nice ass game that you could basically do. Like, I'm just saying, make it pop and make it happen.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a nice one. And for your final one, what you got for us?
Phillies Braves at the Savannah Banana Stadium. pay back the folks that's been doing a lot of stuff. They've been traveling around. They've been doing a lot of great work. The Savannah Bananas, basically the Harlem Globetrotters of Major League or of baseball, professional baseball. Like have a stadium, have a game in their stadium. Reason why I picked the Phillies and the Braves, because I know you guys are asking yourselves, and you're probably asking out loud, like while you're watching this. Phillies and Braves. You got Bryce Harper as the Phillies. Very fun dude.
Yep.
He'd have so much fun with this game. It'd be crazy. Got long power and everything like that. Also, Ronald Acuna Jr. on the other side, very fun player. That would be this is really more of a matchup thing because I mean, granted, the Braves, are in Georgia and they basically are there, so it makes sense for them to basically be in Savannah. But the Phillies are a fun team. This is an NL East rivalry. Like, I think that'd be a very fun game to basically go to, and you can make a series out of it. Savannah, dope city too.
Hell yeah.
Like I went out to Savannah last year. Very dope city to be in. Very thriving city as well is coming up. But yeah, no, man, I think that would be a very fun game. And you can basically incorporate the Savannah Bananas as well. Like, I can't name them at all. I don't know if they got a curly Neal or like whatever like that. But like, you can basically incorporate them into the game as well. I think that'd be really fun. Like, that'd be a really fun thing for MLB to do.
Yeah, that would be a really, really, really fun one. And those guys are definitely some ideas because we always thinking over here, Bramigos
We
podcast.
smart ass motherfuckers. I'll tell you what.
Always. But you guys have to think about how fun some of these games could be. Think about it. Because I know personally, if you told me Diamondbacks, Rockies, Area 51, or Tigers, Astros, Death Valley, and you could sell a one-time jersey there, because if we only do this once, that would be an incredible jersey.
Mm-hmm.
That would be an incredible jersey, and I'd love the crap about it.
Fuck
Plus,
yeah.
it would give us a little throwback spin up on I don't know if you remember the game MLB Slugfest, where they had futuristic stadiums and stuff like that.
Yep.
And you could kind of reenact this and give the crowd something more video game-ish to play up off, and it would be perfect.
Hell yeah.
It would be perfect. I'd love it. Now, we have to talk to you guys about what's going on in the NFL, right? It's a few things. First, I'm going to start with who is going to get the money that they want, at least money-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know that we still got a few notable holdouts, mainly some in Dallas, one in San Francisco, Brandon Ayuk. Let's start with him, okay? Because at first, it was he has a no trade clause and he wants to see what's going on, and now he's thinking he's either going to stay with the 49ers or he's going to the Steelers. Do you think he's going to get the money and go exactly where he wants to go, Rob?
Eventually. I think that it probably would be the Steelers. I don't know what they would give up as far as trade assets. I don't know what they have, but like, I think that he would probably go there and get his money. It seems like the 49ers are, I mean, granted, they got, embarrassment of riches. They got, Debo Samuel, you got George Kittle, you got Christian McCaffrey, you got, I just slipped on the name, but they got plenty of players to choose from as far as offensive talent. So they probably are just like, you know what? We got a system, we got talent, we'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Like, I ain't really trying to, we ain't trying to worry about you and trying to pay you. And so Steelers, they need offensive talent, or they need it, but like they do have some offensive talent. They got George Pickens, they got, Jalen Warren, they got, Najee Harris. They got some guys that are there. So it's not as if they're coming bare bones, but you put basically Brandon Ayuk and George Pickens, it ain't too many motherfuckers that you got to really figure out who's going to play quarterback. Because they've been trying to, they got a nice bargain basement quarterback room right now with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. But you can also just go in the draft next year or the year after and basically find something, or maybe go free agency like they haven't really done and like really get somebody for that team. But yeah, he's going to get paid. It's just, it doesn't seem like it's going to be the 49ers is going to pay him. But I think the Steelers would be good to pay him and just give him his money because he is a number one receiver talent. And having him with a George Pickens would be incredible, especially when it comes to that division that has so much defensive talent. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's much better for him.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be one of those things. I want to see how this is gonna work out for them. Um, Now moving on, kind of from Brandon Ayuk, this is the one that I really, really, really want to get into. So I'm gonna start with those good old Cowboys, the one that's America's team that helps divide the state of Louisiana, whether or not you're a Saints fan or a Cowboys fan, or you may be a Cowboys hater. So I'm gonna start with CD Lamb. Do you think the Cowboys are gonna pay CD Lamb right now to get him back in training camp to make this thing work?
Dog, I don't know. Because the thing is, they keep going back and forth on this. We gotta pay Dak. We gotta pay CD. We're gonna pay CD. We're gonna pay Dak. It just hasn't really, like, Jerry has not done himself a service with him talking, because it seems like it's we're gonna pay both. We're not gonna pay both. And oh yeah, we have this other player that we absolutely need to pay in Micah Parsons. So it's like, what are we gonna do? And I don't know. They should pay CD Lamb. They should pay Dak Prescott. They should pay Micah Parsons. But I don't know if they will. And it really, and I mean, granted, like probably in a year or two, I think Trayvon Diggs is going to basically come up. And you got all these cats, like Deron Bland, like all these cats that are showing out for them. Like, I get it. I understand cap sport can't pay everybody, but like you have to pay CD. I think you're not going to get another all pro receiver just out of the woodwork. You don't really have a great receiving core already. So, like even if you're not going to pay somebody else, like I think you at least got to keep him good and basically keep that good at the very least.
Very. Now, Cowboys fans, some of you may not like what I'm about to say, and some of you may be okay with what I'm about to say, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Rain Dakota Prescott, I want you to say F that contract, play out this year, and go into the free market. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay?
Oh, it's preach, brother.
Jerry Jones has been the most egregious owner ever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. He has committed crimes against not paying people on the regular.
Mm-hmm.
This has to be talked about.
Cheap ass. Okay?
Cheap. And yet we sit here and he can only say it's going to get done.
Mm-hmm.
My brother Rob, I don't want to hear it's going to get done. Because this man has been kicking the can. Kicking it. And keeps on kicking it. And he don't stop. Nope. Years ago, people don't realize whenever Dak came out of his rookie contract, he wanted 5 years, $100 million. We knew that this salary cap was going to continue to go up over the next few years. And it was going to make this contract look obsolete in the next 2 years, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But do you know what he did?
What do?
I don't want to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
Franchise tag him, give him the money, okay?
Yep.
Then you wind up having to pay him, okay? So now Dak comes up off of his second contract now, okay? Just came up off a lot of money. Now, unfortunately for you, Jerry Jones, you chose the wrong time because some of the worst QBs got paid this year. Trevor Lawrence got paid on potential and has done, granted they were 8-3 at the beginning of last season, but he got paid off of that.
Yeah.
That's what he got paid off of.
Mm-hmm.
Their team fell apart after that.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, Jerry, you sitting here like, I don't want to pay this man. This is going to haunt you. It's haunting you right now. you had a chance to where if you would have timed this right, Dak wouldn't be asking for this right now.
Nope.
Because he would have just got paid already.
Yep.
Then you'd only have CD and Micah to worry about.
Yep.
But no, Jerry, no. You decide to kick the can. I'm going to keep pushing this down the road. I'm going to push it back further. I don't want it right now. And right now it's biting you in your ass and you can't do nothing about it. Thank you, Rob. And I know it's a lot of people out there. They're going to stand on their high horse and say, hey, he's not that good. He's 2-5 in the playoffs. That's all he's ever been. He's not there. You can't pay him. But we've seen people like Kirk Cousins get paid all this guaranteed money. We just saw Trevor Lawrence get paid all his guaranteed money.
So much.
I don't even think Trevor Lawrence has even been to the playoffs yet.
Yes. He won a playoff game.
One time. One playoff game. Okay. Now some of you are going to say, well, Dak only won 2. Well, I went ahead and I pulled up a little sheet that me and Rob are going to play a quick game of. And I'm going to prove to you how hard it is to A, get to the playoffs, then win and make a run at this Super Bowl, okay? I'm going to throw out some records and I'm going to tell you, Rob, the year, if this QB has a year, or I'm going to give you a clue on who this QB could be. And I want to see if you can believe this, okay?
What up?
So, I'm going to start with this. I'm going to let you know now it's going to be very, some going to be young, some going to be old. But I'm going to start with this one. This guy was in San Francisco, okay?
Okay.
He was 4-2 as a 49er, okay? He didn't win a championship. There's actually 2 answers to this question. Do you know who those 2 quarterbacks are that are 4-2 as 49ers?
Probably Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick.
Nope.
Are you talking about the playoffs?
Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, in the playoffs. In the playoffs. Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy are 4-2. Both of these. Now, this is the same Jimmy Garoppolo that's in Vegas. It's not doing anything right now. Okay?
Not a damn thing. Suspended, actually.
Okay. And actually, you would actually be right. Colin Kaepernick was actually 4-2 in the playoffs, too, as a 49er. This quarterback, 4-2, won a championship in 2017. Played for a team that was a bird. Well, that is a bird.
He said won a championship?
Won a championship 2017.
Shit, who won it then? Not the Seahawks. Nah, I couldn't see what's the other bird team. Oh, see, I'm trying to think. Not the Falcons, because we know what happened there.
Yes, we do.
Eagles.
You only got like
Eagles. Yeah, Nick Foles.
Yeah. There you go. 4-2, won a championship. 2017. Okay. Now, whenever you think about that, you'll say, well, Price, what does that prove? Okay. So there's a quarterback. He's a legend now in the South. 9-9 and won a Super Bowl in 2009. Do you know who that is?
See, 2009. That's Big Ben. No, because he won multiple. 2009. Eli. No, he won 2. Shit, I ain't even got it.
Drew Brees.
Oh yeah, Dandy Drew.
9-9 in his career. Okay.
Yeah.
These guys don't win as much as you think that they win. Russell Wilson, 9-7, won championship. Flacco was granted to be 10-6, won championship. Aaron Rodgers, as much as some of y'all think Aaron Rodgers win, he's only 11-10. Won championship in 2010.
Yep.
He hasn't seen a championship in 14 years, okay? So I want you to think about that. That means that he's losing out on getting there, okay? Peyton Manning, who you guys call one of the best regular season quarterbacks, what y'all don't realize is he did get 2 championships, but he was 14-13 in the playoffs, okay? He's touted as one of the best regular season quarterbacks ever, okay? You got one with the Colts, one with the Broncos, okay? And just to let you guys know, he had a losing record as a Colt in the playoffs. He was 9-10, okay? He didn't have a positive record, okay? We put too much emphasis on how much it takes to, no, let me rephrase that. We don't put enough emphasis on how much it takes just to get to the playoffs, okay? Mm-hmm. If Dak is a 12-win quarterback anywhere else outside of Dallas, you guys aren't putting this on him. If he goes to Vegas and wins 12 games and then wins 1 in the playoffs, he's done a mountain of work for Vegas, okay? A mountain of work. People don't realize there's only some quarterbacks who have super positive records. Tom Brady, 35-13. But the man got 6 rings.
Yeah.
Okay? Joe Montana has 4. He was 16-7. Patrick Mahomes, 15-3.
Yeah,
and he has 3 rings.
That motherfucker's an anomaly. Like he basically hasn't had a season that he wasn't in the AFC Championship game.
There you go. Like I'm just saying. Terry Bradshaw, 14-5, 4 rings. Okay. Elway, 14-7, 2 rings. Okay. Roethlisberger's 13-10 with 2. Troy Aikman is another one, kind of an anomaly a little bit. 11-4, 3 rings. Okay. Staubach was 11-6. He had 2 rings with the Cowboys. You guys there's only one guy in the 90 percentile, and that's Bart Starr.
Yep.
Okay. And that was the Packers. He has 5 rings. He was 9-1. Okay. He only missed this thing 1 time, and that was shorter seasons back then. Okay. Fans, what I speak to say is this. They've tricked you guys whenever you watch ESPN saying that you need to go against your quarterback because he doesn't win during the playoffs. He had to win 11, 12 games just to get there. Okay? And then you need the stars to align to make this happen. Were none of you here watching Nick Foles run during the playoffs? Nick Foles has never played football again at that level in his life again, ever.
Ever.
He went and outdueled Tom Brady 1 time, and managed to win this. Do we not see this? Do we not remember Eli Manning upset Tom Brady twice?
Yep.
He's 8-4. Just to throw that out there with 2 championships. Steve Young is only 8-6 with 1 championship. Okay. Kurt Warner, 9-4, 1 championship.
Yep.
Don't let the media fool you guys into thinking my quarterback sucks. Because if your quarterback really sucked, would he ever really get to the playoffs? Because if he really truly sucked, you'd never even get a chance to kiss the playoffs.
Yep.
You wouldn't. That's why your team is still playing at the end of January, because he was that good. And hey, it's going to be some of you disagree with me and some of you agree with me. Get up off Dallas fans. Dallas fans, this is for you guys. Get up off of Dak and look towards Jerry, because all of your anger and transgressions start with Jerry Jones, not Dak Prescott, because Jerry could have circumvented all of this if he just paid him back then instead of waiting till now and pushing it back. You know, like I know, the more that we push something back and the closer that it gets to that time, we like, man, we pressed to make this. But if we do it ahead of time and we're not pressed to make this, we're going to be all right.
Yep.
So end of the story is this. Don't y'all blame Dak. Because if y'all go to the playoffs again, or if y'all do make a run in the playoffs and he wins a few games, I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, Dak is such this, Dak is such that. Because, yeah, he threw interceptions one game, but he didn't give up 42 points on defense either.
Right.
Last time I tell you, he was a quarterback.
Yep.
So don't look at the players in Dallas. Look at Jerry Jones. Look at Jerry. Because guess what? He's your real issue. And he's going to continue to be your issue until he stops trying to be a GM.
Yep.
And that's all I got to say about them goddamn Cowboys. Y'all getting on my nerves with that, bro.
Y'all still love with me. Y'all still got love for me. It's okay. Cowboys fans, all of you. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Only in him. Only in him. Now, we got a couple more things that we want to talk about. So, like we said, you know, football season is coming back. And whenever NFL comes back, we know college is soon to follow, you know. And with college football, there's more of a flair, a certain je ne sais quoi with this, as we like to call it.
Oui.
And if you are familiar with HBC schools, you know that they bring that soul up out of the band whenever it's time. So me and Rob have compiled a short list of songs that we would like to hear HBCU bands play this year. You know, whenever you jamming out at the college games, you know, Southern University stand up, me and Rob open
Human jukebox, bitch.
Human jukebox, baby. Let's go. Rob, go ahead, kick off the list. Let them know.
All right, first song that I want to see. Like I can hear it. Like I hear the horns already going. Like that's number one song I want to hear, and I don't know when I'm gonna hear it. I don't know who gonna play it first, whether it's Jackson State, you know, whoever. Like Human Jukebox. Like I just want to hear that bitch blow. That's the number one song that I really want to hear. The next one I think is going to be played by every single fucking band out there, but it's gonna be played better at an HBCU. Honestly, that song is going. We are going to hear that song at every high school, college. Shit, I think Baltimore Ravens got a band. They might play that motherfucker. Like, we are going to hear that song being played by woodwinds, brass, and beat and percussions. Like, we are going to hear that shit ring out through the country. Drake, R.I.P. to you. I don't know what to tell you. Stay in Canada. I don't know if we got any HBCUs there. Like, just go ahead, hit up there. Just don't even come down to the States. Don't go to Hidden Hill. None of that. Just stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. Like, you just need to be there.
Just leave it be, Drake. Just leave it be, because they're going to play Not Like Us at HBCU.
Oh, my God.
Bands like crazy.
Probably daily.
Oh, yeah. It's going to go crazy. It's going to go crazy. Now, one of my picks, $1 Million Baby, Rob.
STL Legend. Homie went to Parkway North, I think. Something like that. Whatever the Parkway is in St. Louis. Like, yeah.
Gotta play it for
him. I'm telling you, that bitch is going to ring heavenly. Like, like that bitch is going to rock. I can't fucking wait for that. Like I said, STL Legend 314 summer of the sexy summer of season, summer of the 314. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that shit is gonna be nice.
Now I got two by the same artist.
Yes.
Whip It They gotta play with
me. Big X the plug, like I rock with Big X the plugs, heavy him,
Yes.
XLT, like all them niggas, like yeah, like that shit is going to be fucking fire. It's probably gonna be because he already did the video with University of Texas, I think, or I know he did some shit with University of Texas, so they gonna probably be the first ones to play it. But shit, whoever play that bitch, that's gonna be nice. I mean, shit, you got fucking Texas Southern right there, they can fucking play that bitch too. So I mean, shit, like. That's gonna be sexy right there.
Oh, his song gonna slap.
Oh my
That's
god,
gonna slap. That song gonna slap. That's gonna slap. And then they gotta play by Big X. They gotta play
this. Like that shit.
They gotta play this.
Like nigga, that shit gonna. We are set for a motherfucking season, dog. Like it's gonna be some nice ass music that's gonna be played. I cannot wait. Like that's the one thing I can't wait for college football season, dog. I can't wait for the bands, dog. Like that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice to hear.
Oh hell yeah! It's gonna be immaculate to hear, and it's gonna be just love to the ears. Just love to the ears. Love hearing this. Just love hearing all of this. Now, to end off our show, because we had technical difficulties last week and we're sorry about that, but that's why we're here this weekend. We're going to get this right. Rob is going to say something nice about Skip Bayless because, as we all know, he's, leaving. And hopefully he kind of, if he does his own podcast, cool, whatever, but people are kind of tired of seeing Skip out there, So, Rob, go ahead and let the world know there's something that you have nice to say about Skip Bayless.
So, like Nate said, like Skip's gonna be leaving. He's already had his last show, last episode of Undisputed. I know Stephen A. has already talked about not having another day of Skip Bayless being on First Take, which I think is a travesty because he did make First Take what it is that you see today, especially because he goes back to the Cope, like because people don't. There's so many people that don't remember when First Take was a part of Cold Pizza, which was a show that basically you could think of it as Get Up, like what we have now. But yeah, Cold Pizza was the shit. Like Cold Pizza, funny known fact, is the reason why I have a Twitter account, because Charlie Villanueva basically was on Cold Pizza talking about Twitter, and I was interested once that happened, and I was like, you know what? Let me make an account. And so but that's neither here nor there, and that's mainly the story. But Skip basically going back to the genesis of First Take, that's a huge thing. And so I have to say, hey, Skip, I know everybody don't like you. I ain't really a fan of you much either. But what I do say is, thank you. You are the reason why we have sports today, or sports media as it is today. And I know people don't like to hear that, but I think of it like the same way that people talked about with rap music. People talked about rap music back in the 90s like, oh, they're just glorifying drug talk. They're glorifying this, glorifying that. All that Skip did and all Stephen A. did, it still does, is basically take the sports argument that people are still having today, that people are basically doing amongst themselves, and put it on national TV. And it's not glorifying it. It's giving people what they're accustomed to, giving people what they like. Because the thing is, what Stephen A. said on Le Batard show way back in the day was, if people didn't like it, people wouldn't watch it. People love it because people like arguments. People like confrontation. They don't like to be confrontational, but they like confrontation. And First Take gives a lot of confrontation, gives a lot of information too, but also just gives a lot of entertainment to people that just want something to watch. And people want to see the clips. They want to get mad at the clips. They want to yell at the clips. The clips are basically a scarecrow. And so they want to basically have something that they could punch, and they could kick, and they could be like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like what you said. And without it, I don't know what sports landscape will be. I don't think it'd be much better. Like, I don't think it made, like what other people say, the fans dumber. I think it basically encapsulated and gives information and basically kind of bite-size everything, which you could say makes people dumber, but to be honest, it just makes people more comfortable. Like it makes people more welcome to the fact of, hey, I don't have to like know what B War is. I don't have to know what Vorp is or box plus minus. But I can just yell at you, say, hey, he's better than him, she's better than her, and kind of go from there. Which I'm good with. I like it because sometimes it's just funny and I just like to laugh. I don't really care to get in X's and O's. Stats are cool. Stats are cool when they cool, but I don't really care to hear about that all the time. And I'm not a person that like wants to hear about, oh, this is positive and this is positive too. And this is great and everything is just fine. Sometimes shit is bad. And sometimes you got to call shit out for what it is. And Skip was that pioneer that basically, along with Woody Page, made something that would reverberate out throughout the landscape, period. So I always say that, there's good and bad, there's evil, there's, there's heroes, there's yin and yang, all these kind of different things, sweet and sour, all that. Skip Bayless was the latter, Latter, of success. He was that evil to basically, show the good. He was that bad to make the good look better. He was that sour to make the sweet even sweeter. And so he was that Ric Flair that basically put over the Dusty Rhodes, the Magnum TAs, the Barry Whitnams, all these different guys that basically became much better. So like where Skip basically made Shannon Sharp a megastar, where you basically got him on Club Shay Shay, made Stephen A megastar, where basically he has all these different properties and is asking for $30 million from, ESPN. Without that, I think that you might not have as much success. Those guys would be successful, but I don't know if there'll be Club Shay Shay being every goddamn where and being a whole network, and Stephen A basically trying to get tens of millions of dollars out of ESPN, especially when he was just fired from there, years ago. So, I mean, Skip Bayless, in case anybody ain't tell you, in case you just needed to hear from somebody, thank you for everything that you did. Thank you for your service. Thank you for basically making things where we're basically talking about this shit, right now and arguing and everything like that. Appreciate all the work that you do. Hopefully you don't come back to TV because you are old and your game is done. But
yeah,
that was just a little bit of hating that I needed to do. So thank you for what you did. Hope you and Erlene basically, I think that's your wife's name.
I think that is.
Yeah, but basically, you and your lady basically have a good retirement piece.
Yeah, Skip, go ahead, retire. Don't come back. We don't need you right now. You've done what you need to do. You cemented your legacy, and we're fine with it. And with us being fine with that here at Bramigos Podcast, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here today. And always, remember, if you don't, we always have W. You always need that extra little energy boost.
D-U-B-B-Y.
Of course. Code Bramigos Pod, 10% off your purchases. And also, we want to tell you guys, like, subscribe, tell your people about us. Come join in, follow us. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram Reels.
Facebook.
We're everywhere right now. YouTube, Facebook. We're everywhere.
You look up in the sky, we might be there.
Might even be up there. You see the bat signal, you might see the Bramigo signal right next to it. Somebody got to report on what Bruce Wayne is doing. But we're going to go ahead and get up out of there. Rob, go ahead and take us out.
All right, good night, Canada. Good night, Taylor Swift. Good night, W, for basically being partners with us. Support the people that are partnered with us. Great. Like I said, the Hydro Packs. Yeah, man. Give W a try. You'll like it. Use Bramigos Pod, BRAHMIGOS POD, all together, all one word. Try it, like it, get 10% off. Save you some money. Just from us and Bramigos Pod.
Yeah. With that being said, we're out of here. Peace.
Deuces.